At Cal Poly, belief turned into history. Under head coach Caroline Walters, Cal Poly put together one of the most complete seasons in program history, finishing 27-8, tying the school record for wins, and capturing the first Big West postseason championship the program has ever seen.
We won the regular season title last year and had some injuries and didn't end up winning the tournament. And I know our group used that in the offseason. I know it was something that motivated them. And so then you get the flip of the coin. You don't win the regular season, but go down to Long Beach and you're playing really good volleyball at the end when it matters. And I got the most emotional after beating Davis. Just that moment where you've worked so long. So that was the moment I looked at my staff with tears in my eyes, and it was like, this is what we told this group they could do if they trusted us, and that's what they did.
When looking back on the season, one early moment stands out that signifies this Cal Poly team was capable of something special.
In practice on the first day, just looking around, and we had talent in every position. There weren't these gaping holes that we knew we needed to improve on. I remember looking at Jason Borchin and saying, this group could go to a Sweet 16. Our first set of the season, played Minnesota, and defensive energy, we're flying all over the court, we're transitioning well, we're sighting out really, really well. And what I saw in that set, I'm like, okay, we're gonna be able to compete with a lot of teams. Can we just rein in kind of that energy and be able to sustain it for a full match? I was like, okay, we've got something really special here to build on.
That belief was built at home. A perfect 15-0 season inside Mott Athletic Center, extending to 19 straight home wins, the second longest home streak in program history.
Mott is just something so indescribable, and you won't feel it until you come here. Like, it's a big component of the community rallying behind us and the community actually enjoying and wanting to come. And I think even the school spirit, like with that tying together, we've built this huge relationship of communication, celebration, and fun.
Bashir and the team carried that same energy onto the national stage. For the first time since 2019, the women's volleyball team made it to the NCAA tournament.
We always talk about competing for a Big West championship, and then let's make a deep run in the tournament. So we've got this group of kids that had been hearing that in their recruiting process for the last few years, and to be able to showcase that on that level with a group of hardworking individuals that believed more, in the group than themselves at times, I think is just a testament to what we've been telling recruits for a while. And for it to then come full circle and be in that moment was confirmation for us that we are doing things the right way, we are training the right way, we are treating these kids the right way.
At the center of it all was Big West Championship MVP Chloe LaLouge, anchoring an offense that ranked in the national top 20 for most of the season.
Being a middle blocker, especially, if I get an award, it's very much a team award. We did a good job at just spreading the offense around, and we have a really fast tempo, and then you can go anywhere. Really dynamic and strong outsides, which is so useful. We were firing on all cylinders to get into the NCAA tournament.
In the first round of the NCAA tournament, the Mustangs stunned number 5 seed BYU, then followed it up by taking down number 4 seed USC.
Coming in watching film on BYU, on USC, we saw some things that were like, we're gonna have a chance, we're gonna be able to compete, and this group that plays with so much joy and determination, and they're unfazed by who's on the other side of the net.
Going into the NCAA tournament, we could represent that kind of play against these like big physical teams, It was like, oh, we're scrappy, we play defense. We'd come to the middle and be like, where's your heart? And everyone would be like, defense. It really brought us back to what we wanted our identity to be that year, which was just that like scrappy play.
Alongside LaLouge, sophomore Kendall Bashir delivered that fire from everywhere on the court.
Kendall undoubtedly helped us win that match in those moments by being so aggressive.
Something that I really leaned into a lot was my mental game going into the NCAA tournament. Something Caroline talks to us a lot about, expectation leads to frustration. So when you expect something, you expect to win, you expect it to be easy, and it doesn't go the way you're planning, that's where you kind of can lose sight of the goal. No matter what name is on the other side of the net, it doesn't matter because we're gonna play our volleyball. That mentality really propelled us into the BYU game, coming back, going into the 4-set, win or go home. That's a big moment, but instead of giving up and going down, we had a big smile on our face and we kept playing in that energy of just like loose cannon, fun, authentic. That is what really changed the game going into those 2 games.
Cal Poly became the Cinderella story of the NCAA tournament as the lone unseeded team to reach the Sweet 16.
It didn't feel like we were out of our element, like we were just playing the volleyball that we know how to play.
All we knew is that I trusted you and you trusted me, and that's why we built such a close-knit group and why we were able to win in these really high-pressure moments and really fun moments overall. And then all the Sweet 16 brackets come out, and it's like, oh, like, we're the only one without a seed. And so all we had is like our want and our desire and our goals, and I think that intrinsic motivation was much greater than the, okay, we have to live up to this expectation, we have to live up to this number. There was nothing holding us back. We were just Cal Poly, and we were just happy to be there, and I think that's what's so cool.
The run ended in the Sweet 16 against top-seeded Kentucky, but the impact stretched far beyond one match. It marked Cal Poly's first Sweet 16 appearance since 2007, the program's 7th all-time and the highest final national ranking since that same season.
Ultimately, on that court in the Sweet 16, we're all kids that have been at Cal Poly the entire time. These aren't kids that are transferring in. They're kids that we have developed over the course of their career, and as a coach, that makes me very proud. We really just got to truly enjoy the fruits of our labor of the entire season during that time. Our Instagram following went up like almost 10,000 people during those few weeks. There were a lot of new eyes on us because they captivated an audience in the way that they play and the joy that they play with and the support they give one another. They value each other's successes more than their own, and that's so rare in sports, and when you find it, that's a group you want to cheer for.
For me, coming in 2 years ago, like, I didn't know what our standard looked like. I didn't know what I wanted out of my 4 years of volleyball. All I knew is that I picked a really, really special place. By this Sweet 16 run, there's so much more that we can do and that we have the possibility to do. This was just such a cool opportunity to show that it doesn't matter where you're doing it, who you're doing it with, but how much work you put in. We're just gonna keep working hard, and we're not gonna expect anything, but we're ready to compete when the time is right, and I think that's gonna be our new standard, is just keep growing off of this.
A historic run, a championship season, and a team that reminded the nation what's possible when belief meets opportunity.
I'm just so lucky to work beside such strong-willed females that care about each other. They love this game. It was just a perfect blend of people at the right time. I hope ultimately, though, we're remembered for playing the game the right way, for playing it with love, for playing it with joy, for playing it aggressively, doing more with less, and we love that about this place. We're gonna keep treating these girls well. We're gonna keep teaching them how to play volleyball at a really high level. The expectation is not to go back to a Sweet 16. The expectation is, let's enjoy the moment, let's keep getting better, and let's see what we can't do in the next few years.